Tobey watching the incursion happen. The image is covered in Russian text, protected by copyright, repeated across the frame in white letters. Somebody at a visual effects house pulled this still, slapped a watermark over it, and pushed it online anyway. Underneath the watermark is Tobey Maguire, suit torn open at the shoulder, face tilted upward. Something enormous is happening above him, and the light from it is washing out the entire background. The leaked plot document explains what he is looking at. Doomsday does not open in the main Marvel universe. It opens on Earth 10,005, the Fox X-Men reality, where Charles Xavier and Magneto are playing chess. Both men look worn down, bruised, exhausted. Then a second Earth appears on their horizon, and the way the leak describes their reaction is what makes the scene terrifying. The X-Men spring into action, having done this before. They have handled incursions already. This is routine for them now. The Earth appearing on their horizon is Tobey's. That is what he is looking up at in the leaked still. Not a weapon. Not a villain. An entire planet sliding into his sky. Comic readers will recognize the structure immediately because it is lifted from Jonathan Hickman's New Avengers run. In those books, the Illuminati discover that when two universes collide, only one can survive. So they build a device that destroys the incoming Earth before the collision kills them both. They become mass murderers to keep their own reality breathing. Doomsday is putting the Fox X-Men in that exact position. Xavier's people are not the villains of this sequence. They are people who have already made this choice enough times that it has become procedure. Opening the movie here is a deliberate choice, and it tells you what kind of film this is. Marvel could have started with Doctor Doom. They could have started with the New Avengers. Instead, the first thing audiences reportedly see is a universe most of them grew up with getting deleted by heroes they also grew up with. No villain required. Somebody who has seen the sequence described it as action-heavy enough to make audiences lose their minds. The bridge fight with Wolverine on top of him. This one dropped within the last day. Ashish K posted it on X, calling it a new alleged photo. Hugh Jackman's Wolverine is on top of Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker. Yellow suit, mask up, one hand pinning him. Peter is flat on his back on wet ground, staring straight up at the man kneeling over him. Neither actor is in motion capture here. This is a physical stunt with two men on a wet set floor. The plot leak puts this exact confrontation on a bridge. Wolverine arrives holding the device. He crouches to plant it, then he stops because he catches a scent. His healing factor comes with senses sharp enough to identify a person from across a city, and what he has just picked up is Spider-Man. Peter hits him before he can finish. And then the fight becomes the whole sequence. What makes the choreography interesting is the objective. Peter is not trying to beat Wolverine. He cannot beat Wolverine. Nobody beats a man who regenerates from everything. Peter is trying to stop a machine from touching the ground over and over, buying seconds he has no way to convert into a win. The leak says he foils the planting numerous times by tiny margins. Wolverine gets close, Peter knocks it away, Wolverine gets close again. According to the leak, most of the sequence takes place on a moving train, which suggests the bridge is where it starts rather than where it stays. And Deadpool spends the fight failing to contain Peter and cracking jokes about it, at one point declaring that Tobey is the strongest Spider-Man, which is Ryan Reynolds settling a 20-year internet argument inside the movie itself. The planet-killing device Wolverine is carrying. Blue Minutes posted this one back on June 15th, and almost nobody took it seriously. Wolverine in the yellow suit, hunched over, claws extended. Standing across from him is a man in a black bodysuit covered in white geometric markers. That man is Tobey Maguire. The markers are motion capture reference points, which means his Spider-Man suit is being built digitally in post-production. Same reason Jackman's mask is missing in several of these stills. Half of what audiences will eventually see does not exist yet on the day these photos were taken. The object Wolverine is carrying is the reason the entire scene exists. Descriptions of the leaked script call it an antimatter bomb, and one widely circulated version credits Beast with building it, which lands hard if you know the character. Hank McCoy is the X-Men scientist and their conscience. Kelsey Grammer has played him as the gentlest man in every room he walks into. Handing him the blueprint for a weapon that erases a populated Earth is the single darkest thing Marvel could do with that character. And Wolverine is the one carrying it. The leak specifies he is reluctant to hurt Peter Parker. He is not there to fight Spider-Man. He is there to finish a job somebody else designed, and Spider-Man is the obstacle standing between him and the survival of everyone he knows. There is no version of this where Logan walks away feeling good. He either fails and his own world dies, or he succeeds and murders billions of people, including the man currently trying to stop him. Marvel spent Deadpool and Wolverine convincing audiences that Jackman's Logan had finally found some peace. Doomsday opens by handing him a bomb. The motion capture detail is worth sitting with for a second, because reporting on both actors describes their work here as CGI-assisted performances. If you're loving these leak breakdowns, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell. We've got more coming. Let's keep going. The silhouette shots and Deadpool's role. Culture Cave posted these on August 15th, and they hit 665,000 views. Two images side by side, both backlit so hard that the figures inside them are pure black outlines. The left one stands in front of a wall of fire with sparks flying past. The right one is framed against orange dust with light bleeding around the edges of his body. Culture Cave labeled it as Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man and noted that insiders have him facing Ryan Reynolds among others. Deadpool's function in this sequence is different from Wolverine's, and that difference matters. Logan carries the weapon, Wade carries the exit. The leaked plot has him holding a stolen TemPad, which is Time Variance Authority technology, which means somebody in the X-Men's camp robbed the TVA to make this mission possible. When the device finally goes off, Deadpool opens a portal and gets out. That is his job. He is the escape route. Two conflicting versions of what happens next are circulating, and both come from credible places. Version 1, pushed by My Time to Shine Hello and backed by John Campea as legitimate, has Wolverine still on the ground when the bomb detonates. Peter kept him there too long. Deadpool makes it home. Logan and Peter and every person on that Earth do not. Version 2, from the document making rounds this week, replaces the bomb with Magneto. In that telling, Magneto arrives, tears through Dr. Octopus and the Green Goblin with almost no effort, wraps the device in a shell of scrap metal, and throws the entire thing at the incoming Earth. Same outcome for the planet. Completely different mechanism. Both versions agree on one image, which is Charles Xavier watching a world burn from a window and feeling the weight of it. The photo that proved all of it was real. Three men standing shoulder to shoulder with their arms around each other, grinning at whoever is holding the camera. Ryan Reynolds in the middle, in full Deadpool red. Hugh Jackman on the right in the yellow and blue Wolverine suit with the cowl pushed back. Tobey Maguire on the left in the geometric motion capture costume. It reads like a wrap photo. Three actors who have carried these characters for decades. Done for the day, taking a picture together. This image has been online for months, and the entire fandom decided it was fake. The reasoning was sound at the time. Every copy in circulation was low resolution and visibly run through an AI upscaler, which smears faces and invents texture. Community notes got attached to posts sharing it. Outlets like Bam Smack Pow wrote it up as unclear at best. The consensus was that somebody had generated it. That consensus collapsed today. Comic Book Movie published a piece confirming the newly surfaced photos are genuine and said trusted insiders, including Daniel Richtman, have verified them. The originals were always real. What fans were rejecting was the compression and the upscaling, not the content, which means every detail people dismissed for months is now evidence. And it also means Disney has a serious leak problem, because this is the same production that already had video pulled offline through copyright takedown notices in June. Takedowns are their own kind of confirmation. Nobody files a copyright claim against footage from a movie they did not make. The set photo and the argument over whether he dies. The quietest image in the entire wave. Tobey Maguire and Hugh Jackman standing against a black backdrop wearing loose protective robes pulled over their costumes, both smiling, clearly between takes. No action. No effects. Two actors killing time on a set. It generates the least excitement of anything here, and it is arguably the most valuable, because a fight still can be faked, and a candid photo of two men waiting around in wardrobe is much harder to invent. The open question is what happens to him. Nerdrotic at Night reported that the Fox X-Men destroy Tobey's Spider-Man, and he dies. Alex Perez at the Cosmic Circus directly refuted that, saying Maguire's Peter does not die, and that he sources him in both Doomsday and Secret Wars. John Rocha said on the hot mic that a Marvel source confirmed to him that Maguire and Jackman not only appear together but share a fight scene. Three insiders, three different levels of finality, no resolution. The rumor has traveled far enough that people outside the fandom are answering questions about it. Entertainment Weekly asked Walker Scobell from Percy Jackson about Tobey's Spider-Man fighting the X-Men. He called it the coolest thing he had ever heard, and then immediately added that he does not want him to die. That reaction is the whole thing in miniature. Everybody wants the fight. Nobody wants the ending it implies. Marvel Studios has confirmed none of this. Tobey Maguire is not on any official Doomsday cast list. But the photos are real, the takedowns happened, and December 18th is 4 months out.